Hi, how's it going, guys? It's Armageddon Vanguard here with a new deck profile. Shadow Paladin Premium. It went undefeated at Springfest 2019. Here's the deck profile that I promised everyone for my next video. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with grade 3s. We got 1, 2 Gust Blaster Dragons. We already know why we're running this because, well, it hits big numbers. Counterblast 1, plus any blaster and soul gives this a crit, making it really easy to hit really high numbers. So there's those two. Second is 3 Dark Dictator. Obviously this is used for the force marker, Counterblast 1, and gain 2,000 power for each one. This card is a beast along with Gust Blaster Dragon. And if you don't have Phantom Blaster Dragons, the other card that you can use and substitute for in this deck is Blaster Dark Diablo for 3 of them. Gem Break 2 changes any card in your hand into a grade 3 for stride enabling. So you don't need the stride fodder for this deck, it's just a plus for having it. So yeah, everyone knows why this card's badass. It came out of the Ren Suzuki-Mori Legend deck. Next, another Blaster Dark from the standard side. Card gets a +1 drive if it's the only card and your opponent has no rear guards. Gives itself a +1 drive and you retire 1 card from the back or front row. So obviously this card is so badass. It's so broken. Next is Knight, 3 Knight of Fighting Spirit Dordana. Just a regular 10k base, gets plus 10,000 on vanguard or rear guard, and it's an auto ability. We run 3 only. Grade 2, 3 Dark Bond Trumpeter, Counterblast 1, and call 1 card to rest from R or to R. So this is good for getting out your Nemains, getting out your any kind of card that gives you an advantage, like Sword Breaker or anything. Grade 1s, I run only 1 Blaster Dagger. That's all it really needs is 1. Obviously, I'm going to run 3 Blaster Javelin. Now when you ride Blaster Javelin on top of Full Bow, the original OG, it allows you to search for a Blaster Dark. And for a Counterblast 1, you get plus 3,000 to a rear guard. Super brokes. Now this is where the deck gets a little bit People probably won't like what I'm doing here, but hey, it's my build and it worked for me. We're going with the Drag Wizard Samias, or Samael, or whatever it's called. It's got a Ritual 1, Counterblast 1, GB1, and it pulls any other grade 1 with the Ritual ability to the rear guard. In other words, it's the same thing as the other one, only this one gets more power and it makes it so you can easily go into other things faster. Next, the mains of the whole set is at Soul Blast 1. It's Drag Wizard or Drag Lancer Billadad or Boldad, whatever it's called. Soul Blast 1, Ritual 1, send 1 back into the deck, and draw 1 card. So this is what Sword Breaker or any of that stuff that I showed you previously will bring this out. So in other words, you don't need an mains, you have this because it gives you the boost and it gives you the higher number. Next, 4 Blackwing Swordbreaker from the standard set. Card is super broke, Counterblast 1. Draw a card. when it was placed gets plus 5,000 until end of turn. So either way, all these cards will, either one's bringing one, the other one out, and this one's bringing other stuff out. So either way, you're going to be drawing so many cards. Alright, so let's go to the grade zeros. My starter is the original OG Full Bow. When you buy Blaster Javelin, a card named Blaster Javelin in front of this, you can search your deck for one grade 2 with Blaster Dark in its card name to your hand, or just anything with, and just reveal it. And obviously, if you have the original Blaster Blade from the set, which is from BTO, the OG Blaster Blade, you can search your deck for a OG Phantom Blaster Dragon. I just use it to get my hands on a Blaster Dark in this deck so that I have more access to call things faster. It's obviously a really good card. I like it, and it may not move into the back row after, and doesn't have the Forerunner ability, but it's still a great card. Alright, triggers. Obviously, we're going to be using 4 Death Feather Eagle, 4 Darkside Trumpeter, 4 Draw PG, 4 Heal. So that's the main deck. Now we're going to go into the strides. So there's so many, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different things about this. So I'm running Drag Wizard Luard, or Drag Strider Luard, 1 of, 2 Drag Abyss Luard. You already know why this is played. This is like your finisher, or one of your finishers. God is so freaking good. This thing is GB3, Soul Blast 1. Gain 10,000 for every grade 1 with the ritual ability in your drop zone. Super broke. This card is so broken. This thing is, people win games because of this card. Next, I got 1 Spectral Duke Blaster Diablo. Next, 2 Phantom Blaster Diablo. This is your second win condition, and for a mere cost of Counterblast 1, gets plus 10,000 and 1 extra crit. And if you retire 3 of your rear guards, this card is unguardable by Sentinels or cards from hand. Super brokes. Card should never been made, and there should be a limit on it. The other cards that I put in here, these are just my personal preference. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to do 2 Claret Swords because it breaks through any Sentinel or G Guardian, and it's really generic. You don't need, Claret Sword Dragon grade 3 just to make it work. But card is so good. Hits high numbers. If I were you, you don't even need to run these, but I use them because it makes it easier for people to get through G Guardians from your opponent. Next, 4 Aura Geyser Dragon. There's a lot of preference of people using 2 original Aura Geyser and 2 Aura Geyser Doomed. I'd rather have the original Aura Geyser because it's Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, reveal top 2, and for every one that you reveal, if it's a grade 1 or lower, plus 5,000 to the rear guard and him. Super good card. No joke. And obviously, I don't have the other G Guardians, but these work just as good. I'm gonna go try and get the Scourge Point Dragons, or whatever they call them. But these are the only G Guardians I use because everything else in my hand is pretty much the way it is. So yeah, these are awesome. I wish I had the other 2, but I didn't need them because of these. And then of course, obviously, you have your force markers, which pretty much make it so that you kill them fast anyway. And that's my deck profile. It went undefeated at Springfest. This has been the Armageddon Vanguard channel. Please, if you like this deck profile, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and it'll notify you whenever I make a new post. I know I told you guys last time that I'm gonna start doing some traveling videos from different countries. I'm gonna have to put that on hold a little bit because I have to work out certain things with my job and everything like that, and my wife's job. But trust me, we will start doing more videos as soon as possible. And thanks for watching. Take care.